Okay, so this is to demonstrate setting up an epidural PCEA pump in maternity. We use the Bodyguard CME pumps. So when you get asked to do an epidural pump, generally the midwife will go and fetch this pump for you, so you don't really need to know where they're kept, and they'll bring it into the room. Okay. So we'll assume you've done your epidural in the way that you would normally do your epidural, and we have bags of pre-mixed epidural mixture, which are bupivacaine or levobupivacaine mixed with fentanyl. Okay, we're just using a bag of saline here for the demonstration, and then there is a giving set. Now, the giving set is a non-lure connector. Okay. So this is the Bodyguard NR Fit set. Obviously comes sterile. And we open the pack and open the bag of fluid. Connect it up as you would any bag of fluid. So we just connect this up as you would any other bag of fluid. And then you hang this on the little hook inside the epidural pump. Alright, so we need to open this little tray on the front. There's a hook on the side here, you can see, and if we just pull it with your thumb here, it opens like that. Okay, so you open this up. It looks a bit, if you haven't seen this before, it looks a bit sort of complicated, but there's a circle there and then a line here with an arrow for the line to go through. And if you have a look at the set, there's a circle here and the circle matches up with that. And there is a little black piece that they call the Lego piece there. Can you see? It's got the short section to the left and the thicker section to the right there. I'll wiggle it from side to side. And actually that's the easiest bit to put in. So if you put that inside there and then just give that a push with your thumb like that. And that's the trickiest part of all this. And then if you go to the left here and just sort of gently pull that across, this just tends to pop in like that. And just make sure that that side there is pushed in and that side there is pushed in. And then with this, grab it with both of your thumbs and push it quite hard. And it's a bit of a click as it closes. Right. So you can now close the door over. Just make sure you don't trap this in here. And then I normally put this somewhere safe. So it's not. Let me do that again. Right, so we now close the door. Okay, and just make sure not to trap this cable as you're closing the door across. And you just push this across, and if you've got a key, you can lock it. With the key, and we then need to program the pump. Okay, to switch it on, you press the on-off button and you press and hold it for a moment or two, and it makes this rather unpleasant sound. Sounds like the battery's about to fade, but it's not. Just let it do its thing, and it comes up with this screen. Okay, this is asking if you want to go back to the previous patient. So I would press no, and you've got this thing here, press stop no for menu. So press that button there, and then it's asking for the code, and level 1 code is the same as the pager number, which is the first on-call pager number for maternity is 254. 254. Press start. Okay. So we're now on this and a new patient, and it takes you through these one by one sequentially. And we're starting off with prime, and then it will go on to select protocol, change bag, etc. So if we start off with prime, just press start. It wants the code again, wants the code for everything. 254, start. Warning, disconnect from patient. So we are disconnected from the patient, and we press start to prime, and it will prime 6 mils. And you can see hopefully through the line. You can see the fluid coming through here. But if you just let it do its thing, it'll come out the end when it's finished. It actually takes slightly less than 6 mils. If you keep it going, it doesn't harm if it drips out the end. So next we need to select the protocol. Again, same button, green button, start, OK. So clicking OK, select protocol. And again, it wants the code 254. OK. New patient. You can enter the patient's unit number here if you wish to, but that's not our normal practice. We normally just press OK. And then we've got a choice here between 2 protocols. Almost always we'll be using the top one, which is PCEA. Okay, continuous infusion. As it sounds, just gives a standard continuous infusion with no option for a bolus, but this is the PCEA option. And you just press OK for that. And run through this, check here that you're using a 250ml bag, and this is our protocol, 5 mils an hour rate with a 5 ml bolus with a 20-minute lockout. Okay, and that's OK. So again, we're going to click OK, and then OK yet again to start infusion, and it starts. And it will now be going at 5 mils an hour. And then we have the lockout button for the mum to press, and this lights up green to show that she can press it. Okay, if I press that now, I'll give her a bolus just to demonstrate. You can see it's now giving a bolus. So once it's administered the bolus, the pump, then the green light goes out on the handset, and it's locked out for the lockout time, which is 20 minutes. And then you may have seen the screen here cycles between showing you how long is left of the lockout. So it gives you the background rate, and then in a moment or two it will cycle. And the top screen is also cycling to show you how much volume has been given. So that's the rate now, and then in a moment it will show you the volume, and then this is showing you how much is left of the lockout. Okay, so yeah, the volume infused 2.7 mils, that's how much it's given so far. Okay, the next most common thing you might have to do is to give a bolus. Okay, and the simplest way to do that from the pump is to stop the pump to start with. Okay, and then you need to press this button here, prime bolus. Press that button, and this time it's asking for a level 2 code for a change, and that is the third on call, the rack bleep number, which is 130. 130. Okay, and then you put the amount that you want to give in. Give, say, 10 mils, and then press OK, and it just immediately boluses it. And we stop the pump at the start, and at the end of the bolus it should automatically go on to running the pump, so you shouldn't need to press start at the end. Okay, so another button you might sometimes find useful is the info button here. Okay, so if you press that button here, it cycles through various bits of information, including number of attempts and number of successful boluses, and the total volume infused. And then the following screens have a few other bits of information that you probably won't find that useful, but there is further information. Thanks for watching our video about the Bodyguard CME pump. I'm sure if you want any more information, you'll be able to get it from your colleagues.